Throughout the world, thousands of people go missing every day. But have you ever heard of an entire sports team disappearing without a trace? Yet that's exactly what happened in Germany, when the Sri Lankan national handball team mysteriously vanished. So, what happened to the team? Let's have a look. In September 2004, the Asian-German Sports Exchange Program organized a friendly tournament between German and Sri Lankan handball teams. For this, the Sri Lankan national team, consisting of 16 players and 8 trainers, was invited to Bavaria, Germany. The tournament promptly began on September 8, 2004, and the Sri Lankan team played against TSV Vittislingen of Bavaria in a couple of matches. However, a few days later, the entire Sri Lankan team mysteriously disappeared, never to be seen again. On the day of the disappearance, the German hosts grew concerned when their guests failed to show up for breakfast. They initially worried that the foreign team had gotten lost while out jogging, but soon realized that this was not the case. According to Dietmar During, the organizer of the Sports Exchange Program, a visit to the missing team's lodgings revealed a rather intriguing mystery. The Sri Lankan players had left behind some of their dirty laundry and a note. In this letter, the team thanked their hosts for their hospitality, but also stated that they were going to France. Later, a taxi driver in Vittislingen confirmed this story when he stated that he, along with a couple other taxis, had driven the Sri Lankans to Munich's Central Railway Station. As the mystery deepened, new revelations about the alleged national team surfaced. Then, when the Sri Lankan government denied the existence of such a team, things began to quickly unravel. Players of the Bavarian team later stated that during their matches, the Sri Lankan players appeared unfamiliar with the rules of the game. They also seemed to be struggling to catch the ball, something rather unusual for a national team. However, none of this sounded any alarm bells until the Sri Lankan government denied the existence of a national handball team. No such team had ever been authorized to represent the country, nor did any national federation exist for the sport. So who were the 24 people, and where did they go? Many theories were put forth to explain this, but the most accepted one is that the players were simply looking for safe passage to Italy. According to investigators, it's likely that the Sri Lankan team intended to migrate to Italy to look for employment there. Since the European country already has a tight-knit community of Sri Lankan refugees, this theory does not appear far-fetched. Further, given what the Vittislingen taxi driver had to say, the players may have simply taken a train to get out of Germany. The organizers of the Sports Exchange Program also received word that one of the missing players had contacted his family in Sri Lanka, confirming that the team had illegally migrated to Italy. In view of this, it is possible that the letter pointing towards France was planted to throw people off their trail. Since then, German and Sri Lankan authorities have struggled to get a hold of the 24 people who vanished. A disappointed Doring also stated that his organization was unlikely to invite any more sports teams from Sri Lanka. Having defrauded the German immigration authorities, the missing team has been careful to keep a low profile since their disappearance. However, their experiences have also given birth to a critically acclaimed movie, Mackin, which was released in 2008 at the Venice Film Festival. Inspired by the events of the strange disappearance, director Uberto Pasolini created this film to explore the absurd hilarity of the incident and the ingenuity that went into planning it. At the same time, the movie also illuminates the numerous experiences that could have gone into prompting such a daring plan. So, what are your thoughts on the missing players? Where could they be today? Let us know what you think in the comments below. And if you liked this video, don't forget to hit the subscribe button.
That's it, folks. Thank you so much for watching this video. We're working hard to bring you the best video content. If you enjoyed this video, give us a like and please subscribe to our YouTube channel.